I drift into space, don't know where to go. Sometimes I think I'm okay, I'm feeling the same. My reasons are gone.
Welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin, but as an artist, I'm known as Fayral. This video is going to be just a lot of painting, sharing more about my process as an intuitive artist, and working on two paintings that I've got going at the moment. I've actually got, how many? I'm looking around my studio right now. I've probably got about 10 unfinished canvases in my studio at the moment. Varying from different degrees of finished. Some that are like 80% done, 90% done, and some, like you would have seen in my most previous videos, that I've just started. So this one I'm working on here is one of the ones I've just started. If you want to watch my last video and then the video before that, you'll be able to see the painting from its very beginning stage to now. So it probably looks a little bit weird at the moment. And I mean, it's probably always going to look a little bit weird. I make weird art. But I'm experimenting with the skin tone in this painting because I've wanted to try kind of like a sort of like an iridescent-y, rainbowy, pastel-y skin tone for a while. So I've laid down the first layers of that, and it's looking really dark at the moment. So when I'm finished, hopefully it's going to be a lot more pastel and a lot lighter and not as saturated, I guess, is what I'm trying to go for. But with acrylics, it's all a process of layering. So if this was with oils, I think it might be a little bit easier to do. I think it's going to have a different look because I'm doing it in acrylics. So I'm going to be using a lot of layers to get this effect. But I hope and I think it's going to turn out quite cool. But it's definitely a new experiment. I mean, I've painted faces and people with different, like, not normal skin tones before, but with this one, I'm kind of trying to go for, how can I explain it? Just like more of a, I really want it to have a bit of like an iridescent-y feel, but we'll see. We will see. The painting still has a really, really long way to go.
The notion that life is wrapped in a dream has been a pervasive theme of philosophers and poets. So doesn't it make sense that death too would be wrapped in dream? That after death your conscious life would continue?
Stay, so you should probably leave. And in my ear, yeah, I wanna do the right thing, bye-bye. My mind is away, I drift into space, don't know where to go. I think I'm okay. I'm feeling the same. My reasons are gone. Say my name, cause baby I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling. So won't you say my name?
Let it get naughty. Sipping on the hand, I know you love that Bacardi. 42, I'll take you back in that ride. Okay, I'll pull up.
Falling for you. Falling for you. I'm falling for you. These are the days I cherish every moment. I won't take my life for granted. Please don't ever change.
This painting. Oh my goodness, this painting. We've been on a journey together, to put it lightly. This painting has been unfinished for quite some time, considering I started it in 2021. So it's been quite the journey. And a few times through its process, I've thought, okay, like this could be finished. I could stop here. But for some reason, I just haven't. Like, there's always been something more that I've wanted to do to it. And I've known that just, I don't know, I've just known that it hasn't been done. It hasn't been finished. And I didn't want to leave it where it was. I think it had more potential. But in saying that, I think I could have really happily left it where it was here at this stage of the process. And maybe I should have. I'm not saying I regret adding to it now and what I've been doing to it over the last day or so, but I think it was quite nice how it was like here with this red and blue color scheme. So yeah, but I am happy with where it is now and what I'm doing to it. It's just kind of morphing again into a totally different painting. It's had so many transformations. So here I'm still in that like red and blue and pink color scheme, and I'm sort of working from like the light shining from the left is that blue light, and I'm trying to sort of make that cast onto that skull, and from the right is the red pink light. So anything closer to that, I'm glazing in with that color. But in saying that, I wasn't really sticking to that. Like, I wasn't really sticking to that hard and fast. I was just kind of putting red and pink, pink and blue where I felt like it. Okay, so that white paint that I just showed you, it is one of my favorite things as an acrylic painter. So it's not just regular white paint, it's transparent. So I would highly encourage you, if you haven't tried it yet, to get your hands on some transparent white, because it's transparent, so it's not going to be as opaque. So I'm laying it in here, but I know that it's not going to dry fully solidly opaque, and like even when it goes on, it's not opaque. So I'm getting this texture with it that I wouldn't necessarily be able to get with an opaque white. And I know that I can actually come in later and add opaque white in places that I want to like really pop. So it's very, very fun to use. You might have seen transparent white in the art store and just been like, who would use that? What is the point? But I'm telling you, it's got some really fun uses, and this is one of them. So I was using it just to build up sort of more dimension on this skull headpiece thing. And it was working really, really well for me. It's definitely a technique that I'm going to bring into other paintings. And it's kind of inspired me to want to try different mediums, like textured mediums. So, like, I guess is it modeling paste or just those thicker mediums to really like add dimension in certain places. I think it's really, really fun to A, paint, and B, to look at. The more that I've gotten into painting with acrylics and just painting in general, the more I've grown to love transparent paints. I think I don't know, I used to just think they were kind of redundant. I don't know why. I just had it in my brain that I don't know, I just didn't like them as much or didn't know the point of them. But the more that I paint, the more I absolutely love transparent paints. Like, this white just has this softness that opaque paint doesn't. And, you know, you could definitely just add in like a medium to the white paint you've already got. But if you're going to be using it a lot, like, this just makes it easier. Now here is where I do something kind of insane, because I was liking the painting. I was actually really loving it. But I had a spur of the moment spark of inspiration. And to try to explain it, basically, I want to stick with the red and blue color scheme, right? But down the portion of the face, like kind of in the center of the painting, but a little bit off center to the left side of the painting, I'm glazing in like a rainbow. I don't know if this is gonna work out well. I think it is, as you'll see towards the end of the video. And at the start, there's a little sneak peek of how it sort of is turning out. I'm quite happy that I did it, and it's given me lots of ideas to use this in the future. I think it's adding like a focal point to the eyes of the woman and the eyes of the wolf, and it's sort of creating this area that draws your interest. At least that's sort of what I'm going for. Anyway, I'm not too sure, but that's 90% of my process, is I don't really know if what I'm doing is gonna turn out. And it's just experimentation. It's just, I have this sort of hunch, sort of vision, and I just dive in. So in the middle, I've glazed that yellow. On either side of that is green, and then it goes to blue, and then it goes to purple. I think the blue is a little bit hard to see. I think it's sort of a bit lost because of the blue on the left. So I might go in with a bit more blue, but I'm not sure yet. But now I'm going in with highlights of each of those colors in those glazed areas. So I'm going in with a more opaque yellow where I've glazed yellow. And then I'm going in with a more opaque green where I've glazed green, and so on. So it's kind of, I don't know, but I think it's creating a cool effect. I cannot tell you how much fun I'm having with the process of this painting and how much fun I'm having doing this. It is really satisfying. Just seeing these rainbowy colours start to meld and glaze into each other is really, really fun.
There's a chance I'll never be one with my body, but there's a light on the surface of the path, water above me. I've been staring at that light, I've been staring for too long, but no matter how I try to comprehend it with my human mind, I'll never know what is on the other side. I'll never know what it's gonna take to be alright. There's a moment that I pause because you're thinking about me. There's a second that I wonder what you all would do without me. I don't know what I want or what I need.
So I know this video started with me working on this painting here. This guy. Hello. But I really want to finish this one and this one. Now, the reason I want to do that is because I've got so many artworks that are sitting at about 80% done. That one I just showed you is one of them. This one was one of them as well, even though I've ended up doing more on it than I thought, which happens, but I want to finish the acrylic portion of these paintings because I want to actually do a final layer on them in oil. It's just something I want to experiment with. So I want to get them to the stage with acrylics where I can go in with oils, and I keep putting it off because once you go in with oils, you can't go back to acrylics. So I think I've had a bit of a block mentally where I've been a little bit scared and I've been putting it off subconsciously. But I want to get to that stage today. This one is there. I don't think I'm going to add anything else in acrylics. I think I'm done. So that's good. But this wolf girl, I was thinking, let me turn you around. Hello. I was thinking that I wanted to bust out my airbrush and have a little experiment. Because this piece has actually turned into a bit of an experiment in itself. It's a very interesting piece because I started it in 2021, very early 2021, and it has gone through quite a few evolutions since then. And I should probably make a video about it when it's actually done, because that would be quite interesting, I think, to see the full process. Now, it's not like it's taken me that, I haven't been working on it regularly. I leave it for months and months and months and months at a time. But that's kind of, that's kind of a part of my process, is that I like to give paintings breathing space. So I'll let them sit, and it helps me to sort of figure out where I want to take them, I guess. They're just sitting there and I can look at them, and it can just sort of subconsciously be percolating in my mind. But it's also why things take me forever to finish. So it is a double-edged sword, but it's part of my process. So I'm leaning into it, and I'm not fighting it, and I'm not judging myself for it. But I would like to get a few pieces finished so I can just be like, yeah, done. Everything can always be better. Paintings, artworks, they can always be better. Like, we can always do more. But I feel like it's actually kind of hard to grow if you don't just call it a day and you've learnt things, you've tried things, and now you're moving on to something else. I probably could have left this painting as it was before, when it was like more of the blue-red, just the blue-red colour scheme, because I really liked that. And I might do another piece, like experimenting with that colour scheme. I love how this is turning out, don't get me wrong, but I think I definitely could have left it there with that colour scheme and not done this whole rainbow thing. But I'm happy I did. But today, we're doing it. We're finishing it. So I'm gonna get out my airbrush, which is quite fun. I don't use it much, so I suck at it, but I gotta practice, you know? So bust out the airbrush, final acrylic bits on this, and then oil. Okay. Alright, I'm excited. I hope I don't ruin it. I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna ruin it. It's impossible to ruin my art. I can always fix it. It's okay. It's okay.
Please don't ever change. Won't stop until we own it. The light is shining bright, it's our moment. Why don't you just pick a side and tell me? Where do we go? Where do we go? Why don't you just pick a side and tell me? Just let me know. You let me know. Please don't let this go. Sometimes my mind is away. I drift into space, don't know where to go. Sometimes I think I'm okay, I'm feeling the same. My reasons are gone. Say my name, 'cause baby I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling. So won't you say my name? 'Cause baby I'm falling. I'm falling, falling for you.
So, I honestly have no idea what I'm doing with an airbrush. And I definitely don't have the motor skills for it because I haven't been practicing. It's a totally different thing than like painting with a brush. Your hand's like hovering in midair and you have to push this button down and then pull the trigger back, and the closer and the further that you have it to the canvas, it creates different effects. And anyway, long story short, I don't know what I'm doing. But all I really wanted to do was make the wolf look like it was disappearing sort of into smoke, and this mask, this skull mask, make it look like that was happening there too, and I think I've done that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the top with acrylics to add more texture back in. So I might have to come back with the airbrush again, but it's going to be like sort of an interplay between the acrylic detail that I paint with a brush fading into the airbrushy smoke effect. Yeah, but I think that worked. That didn't go horribly, so that's all I can ask for. Now, did I just mention previously that I was going to finish this and finish this other guy and do the oils on them? Yeah. But is this video already quite long? Also, yeah. So I'm going to start filming a new video, but this one's going to end here. So I'm sorry for that. It's a bit of a cliffhanger. But honestly, that's how all my videos are going to be. For the most part, most of them, like my paintings take me a long time to paint. So it's probably going to be quite rare that I like finish a painting in a video. It's more about the journey. So yeah, if you want to come along for the extended journey, I'd love to have you here. But anyway, I'm going to start filming a new video, and I'm going to end this one here. Thank you so much for watching, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been subscribing and watching lately. I am nearly on 200 subscribers, and it's just really fun interacting with everyone. I really love replying to your comments and reading what you guys have to say. That's probably my favourite part about doing this whole YouTube thing. I love making these videos, documenting my process, and then I just love like the conversation. It's great. So thank you so much. And yeah, you guys are really, just like you interacting with the videos and commenting is really keeping me motivated and excited to make new videos. So thank you, I really appreciate it. And check out my online store if you like. I'm putting new stuff up there all the time, stickers, t-shirts, and I've got art classes as well if you wanted to take real-time art classes with me. Yeah, follow me on all social media and stuff if you like. But YouTube is definitely becoming my favourite. I'm very excited and inspired by YouTube at the moment. And, you know, as cheesy as it is, that's thanks to you. Okay, I hope you guys are having a lovely week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, and can we just take a moment though? New op shop dress, isn't that cool? I don't know if you can see the back. It's like this lace up vibe. I think it's like vintage 90s. And I'm wearing it with this H&M like harness thing. And I got these earrings from the op shop. I had a very good op shop haul on the weekend. To my American watches, that's a thrift store. Op shop, thrift store. Same thing. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. Love you lots. Bye.